Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Before I begin my presentation, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Zuhriyyah. I am from Biology Class A. In here, I'd like to present about territorial expansion during the Umayyad Dynasty. And my presentation is divided into three main sections. First, background of territorial expansion during the Umayyad dynasty. Second, strategies and areas resulting from the expansion of the Umayyad dynasty. Third, the most influential figure in the expansion of Umayyad dynasty. First, background of territorial expansion during the Umayyad dynasty. Umayyad dynasty was the first Islamic caliphate after the time of Khulafaur Rashidin, founded by Muawiyah bin Abi Sufyan. The presence of the Umayyad dynasty gave a new color to the history of Islamic rule at the time. One of the most visible advances is in the field of territorial expansion. Next, territorial expansion of the Islamic State, but there is no clear boundary between these areas, because there are always disputes and battles in the border area. In addition, the conquest of territories during the Umayyad dynasty was also underpinned by government ambitions. The war is no longer called a war of tribal expansion, but a war of kingdom to gain world domination. Second, strategies and areas resulting from the expansion of the Umayyad dynasty. Regional expansion during the Umayyad dynasty include three important fronts. First, the Asia Minor front. The Asia Minor front is a battle with the Romans in Asia Minor, with the main goal being the siege of the capital Constantinople and the attack on the island in the Mediterranean Sea. Then, the second, North Africa front is a front that reaches the Atlantic coast and then crosses the Strait of Jabal Tariq and enters Spain. The eastern front faces a very large area, so that operations to this line are divided to two directions. Next, the Asia Minor front. At first, Muawiyah began to expand the Byzantine Empire. Muawiyah sent his navy to attack the island in the Mediterranean and some areas in Armenia that were captured by the Romans. In the year 53 Hijri, Muawiyah succeeded in conquering the island of Rhodes, the island of Sicilia, and the island of Award, which was far from the city of Constantinople. After successfully conquering some of the island, Muawiyah mobilized his troops to besiege Constantinople, led by Yazid ibn Muawiyah. But the siege wasn't successful, even though it had lasted for 7 years. It is suspected that the fleet caught fire. Next, the North African front. During the reign of Yazid ibn Muawiyah, led by Uqbah ibn Nafi al-Fihri, managed to defeat the Byzantine fleet. Then Uqbah can also conquer the barbarians, Tripoli and Fazan, until it continues south to Sudan and can conquer up to the coast of the Atlantic Ocean. However, this didn't last long because of the death of Uqbah. So the coastal area returned to the hand of the Roman troops. The Umayyad dynasty rose again during the reign of Abdul Malik under the leadership of Hassan ibn Nu'am al-Ghassani, so that the coastal area can be conquered again in the Islamic State. Next, initiated by Muawiyah, then perfected by Khalid Abdul Malik, can control the Khorasan area to the Oxur River and Afghanistan to Kabul. Under the command of the governor of Iraq, Hajjaj bin Yusuf, the Muslim troops crossed the Amu Darya River and subdued Bab, Bukhara, Khawarizm, Fargana, and Samarkand. The Muslim troops also went through Makran into Baluchistan, Sindh, and Punjab to Mulan when Islam first set foot in India. Third, the most influential figure in the expansion of Umayyad dynasty, Muawiyah bin Abi Sufyan. During the reign of Muawiyah, he was able to achieve such great progress in territorial expansion. His courage in besieging the capital of Constantinople through an expedition centered on the port city of Danila. Muawiyah also expanded to the east until he succeeded in conquering Khorasan to Oxur River and Afghanistan. Then also Balkh, Bukhara, Khawarizm, Fargana, and Samarkand. Muslim troops also entered Baluchistan, Sindh, and Punjab to Mulan. At the time, Islam first set foot on the earth of India. Al-Walid bin Abdul Malik. At the time, Al-Walid attack on the city of Constantinople began to be revived after previously failing during the Muawiyah era. Even though during the Al-Walid period there was no victory, at least it could shift the fortunes of Islam defense further forward. Succeeded in conquering all of North Africa until crossing the Strait of Gibraltar into Spain, led by Tariq bin Ziyad, successfully captured its capital, Cordova, then followed by other cities such as Seville, Alvira, and Toledo. And that conclusion of this topic is the expansion of the territory Islamic State has actually existed since the time of Khulafaur Rashidin. However, there is no clear boundary between these areas. In addition, there is also the ambition of the kingdom to dominate the state. Territorial expansion during the Umayyad dynasty include three important fronts, namely the Asia Minor Front, the North Africa Front, and the Eastern Front. The most influential figure in the expansion during the Umayyad dynasty were Muawiyah bin Abi Sufyan and Al-Walid bin Abdul Malik. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.